Good morning, everybody. It's really obviously a pleasure to be with you this morning. It's kind of jet lag, but it's okay. And I want to thank Sunita for inviting me and the AANA organization as well. Sunita just said it. She said, you should talk about disruption. So this is what I'm going to do today. I'm going to talk about brands, about marketing, about advertising, but it's going to be only 1/3 of what I'm going to discuss with you, because the 2 other thirds will be about innovation and how disruption as a methodology can help innovating. As Sunita just said, disruption was born as a concept in 1991, the year when we invented the disruption methodology. At that time, you have to know, you are all too young here, but everybody was extremely uncomfortable with that word. All my clients would come to me and say, hey, you should change that. It's too negative. It's impossible. And then step by step, as you know, everybody started to use the word, and now it's kind of everywhere. And many different people, business books writers, others, okay, they have their own definition. Each one has got his own way of talking about it. Ours has not changed for 25 years. It's a very simple thing, and I would like to start that presentation or discussion by just showing you what's been our definition of disruption for 24 years now. As simple as that. For each one of our brands worldwide, in any of our many offices, we try to have a disruption strategy. And we laid, and the way we put them, we display them, is through what I would call a format, even if I don't like that word format, but it's okay. A format that we call a disruption roadmap or disruption format, which is exactly what you're going to see now behind me, okay? So that's what we have for all of our brands. Some people ask me sometimes if we have some piece of advice on how to find and build a beautiful vision. It's not easy, but I got only 2 pieces of advice that I can share with you now if you want. Very simple. Think big and look for insight. As simple as that. And the second thing is that as much as you can, look for insights. So there are many definitions of insight. I would say it's these small things, behaviors, attitudes, feelings that we all have that nobody really discusses. And when you uncover it, when you show it, everybody says, oh, that's exactly that. And when you have that, you have a great campaign always. The 2 things I wanted to share with you this morning in terms of building brands are the 2 following. First, never, ever under-leverage your brand. You can always think big. You can always think bigger. It's never too big, in fact. We have an exercise in the disruption days with our clients, which is the following. We ask the following questions to our clients. What would the world miss if your brand didn't exist? It's always very interesting, the result. So think big. Second, get inspired by the feelings, the attitudes, the way of being of the people. Look for insights. And I can tell you something. It's very difficult to find great insight. But each time you uncover one great insight, you will be very successful each time. So that's why I'm always saying, think big and look for insights. Okay? What's interesting there is that the agency has been the platform for having these 20 companies working together and coming with innovation and inventions that would make that concept possible, that would make it real. And on top of it, there was a platform as well for 500 contributors from outside in crowdsourcing. So it is a nice story. And I would never have imagined 40 years ago that we would do stuff like that in our agencies. So that's why I'm always repeating what we all believe in our industry, that we are very lucky and blessed to work in the creative industry when our clients are striving more and more for creativity and innovation. And that's why, and I'd like to conclude on that, that's why I really believe that R&D people and agencies should meet much more often. They don't meet often, for whatever reason. Each time they meet, or nearly each time, something happens. They are striking spark of each other, I could say. So I would recommend to all the advertisers and companies who are in that room, please let the agency get into the heart of R&D. It's always fruitful. It doesn't happen enough. We have imagination, R&D and labs people have got imagination. It's not the same kind of imagination, obviously, but when they mix, it's often extremely productive, so it's my modest but very firm recommendation to you. The theme of that conference, Reset, is disrupt your approach to marketing in 2005. So my take this morning on this one was to tell all of you, marketing people, that you shouldn't be shy and that marketing can and must be at the core of innovation. You know, it's part of your job to be sure that in the company you're working for, the innovation pace, the innovation rhythm, the level of innovation is getting bigger and bigger and higher and higher. You have to do that. You can do that. And it's, they need you more than you think. And as I told you in the last 45 minutes, you marketing people, don't underestimate what your agency partners can do when it comes to innovation. So that's what I wanted to share with you this morning. Thank you for listening. And how could I say that? I wish to each one of you to come with very disruptive strategies, to come with beautiful campaigns, beautiful ideas, and with a lot of fresh and innovative or fresh innovations, new and fresh innovations. So thank you again for listening. It was a pleasure to be with you. Thank you.